What's good, sports fans? My name is Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Now, please hit that subscribe button for me. Please turn on the notifications so you can get all this great content. I would truly appreciate it. And I think you would enjoy it as well and appreciate it. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and all that good jazz. I'm back. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while and haven't left you with a dope video to step to. But now I'm back with my reaction to Gervonta Davis destroying Hugo Ruiz. Now, Gervonta Davis, we know, has all the tools, right? And Ruiz took this fight on short notice, and we saw a dominant performance from Davis. My man has a nickname Tank for a reason. It's not ironic. It's not funny. It's not a little jokey joke. My man hits like a tank. And it's with both hands. You get you with a straight left, right hook, uppercuts from both, and knock you out with all types of punches. He has all the tools to be a superstar. So, of course, this video is more about not reacting to that fight, but what's next for Gervonta Davis to make him the superstar he has the talent to be. So I came up with a few different options here on who he should fight next, because I know he wants to be active this year. He said he wants to have at least 3 fights in 2019. So let's see who he could fight in maybe the May, June, July timeframe that will still set him up for 3 fights in 2019. The first option, Abner Mares. Now, he was supposed to fight Abner Mares in this fight, but Abner had a right elbow injury that prevented him from fighting this one. I think Abner would have been a better opponent, for Gervonta Davis. Still would have had Davis winning. He still was the favorite in my book to win that fight, but it definitely, I don't think, would have been a first-round knockout against Mares. We've seen Mares in wars, excellent fights, great resume. So if he wants to fight him to make up for this one, I think that would be a great option if the elbow injury isn't too bad and he's able to come back and fight around the May-June time frame. Option number 2, Tevin Farmer. Now, Tevin Farmer may not be someone who's eye-popping. He might not have the resume that will just catch your attention right away, but he's a very skilled boxer, someone who's had a very solid career. All of his losses on his record can be disputed, so he's someone who could easily be undefeated right now. And because of his slick style, he's had close fights that have, got losses, but he still has fought through that and been able to become a champion at 130 pounds. I think that would be a great fight if Gervonta Davis wants to stay there at 130. Tevin Farmer is scheduled to fight Jono Carell on March 5th. So that's perfect. He gets that fight March 5th. If he wins, it's a perfect time for him to re-up and get ready for another fight in June, July sometime, which will keep Davis on his time frame of 3 fights in 2019. Option number 3. Davis has had problems staying at 130, keeping that weight down. Right, I couldn't imagine being a grown man trying to weigh 130 pounds, right? Nuts. But I'm 6'2", so it's different. But still, it's even at 5'5", I can't imagine how hard that is. So maybe it's time for him to move up. At his age of 24, maybe he's just not able to stay down at that weight anymore. And maybe he's growing into his quote-unquote grown man body. And it's time for him to move to 135. Now, of course, at 135, you want to go fight Lima Chinko. You go fight Lima Chinko, right? Mayweather and Bob Arum have to get through their differences, make this fight happen. It could be pay-per-view. Lomachenko's a big enough star to do that. But even if it's not, let's say it's just ESPN. Having that fight on ESPN for Davis, if he's able to upset, let's say Lomachenko, or even if he loses in a very, very close fight, where he loses by decision to Lomachenko, his star is going to go through the roof. Fight someone like Lomachenko is where you need to go. Because like I said earlier, Davis is a star, and a lot of people just don't know it yet. So Vasily Lomachenko would be a great option number 3. Lomachenko does not have a fight scheduled right now according to BoxRec. So go ahead, make that fight happen. Become a star. If you believe in yourself, do that. Option number 4, Mikey Garcia. Now, Mikey Garcia is a little complicated because he's fighting at 147 in March against Errol Spence Jr. So for Gervonta Davis to even have a chance to fight Mikey Garcia, it all depends on what happens in this fight against Errol Spence Jr. I have no idea what's going to happen in that fight. You have 2 great fighters, one coming up from 135 to 147. We really don't know. So if Mike Garcia goes to that fight and loses, let's say, but it's a great fight, loses a close one, and goes back down in weight, that's when Gervonta Davis comes into the picture and can fight Mike Garcia, and Mike Garcia can keep that momentum going for his career. Now, if Mike Garcia wins against Errol Spence Jr., now the option's out the window because he's probably going to stay at 147 and fight the other great welterweights. But I think that's an option that could be there depending on what happens in that fight in March, which I'm just so excited for. Option number 5, Robert Easter Jr. Now, last time we saw Robert Easter Jr., he lost to Mike Garcia, which is nothing to be ashamed of. Mike Garcia might be the best fighter in the world right now. You might find that out in March. But Robert Easter Jr. is someone who was undefeated prior to fighting Mike Garcia. Very good competition at 135. Someone, if Gervonta Davis beats him, sets him up to fight Lima Chinko, Mike Garcia, someone else at 135. So just to recap the options that I have for Gervonta Davis going forward: Abner Mares, Tevin Farmer, Lima Chinko, Mike Garcia, and Robert Easter Jr. So if you think that those options are good, or whichever option you think is the best, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have other options for Gervonta Davis that you think are better, please let me know, because I don't know it all, in the comment section below. Show some love, press the like button, all right? Thank you for watching. Until next time, go real, go home.